Hi everyone, it's Mia. Today we are going to talk about some hair care tips and tricks. Um, we're going to do a two-part. So right now we're just going to talk about some products, some tricks to do, things to get us by on a daily basis. And then part two will be some styling tricks, quick easy things that makes it look like you put hours and hours into your hair, that are just these fabulous little things that we can do on a daily basis. So let's start off with some products. First of all, shampoo. No matter if you use drugstore shampoo or you buy your shampoo at a salon, just make sure it's sulfate free. It fades our color. It just does horrible things to our hair. We don't need that. In this day and age, most products are sulfate free, so you're pretty much okay with that. The worst thing about them is they do fade your color. So if you color your hair like I color mine, obviously, it fades your color, dries out your hair. Not a good idea. So you buy whatever shampoo you're comfortable with. I've been using the Garnier lines, which I get at the drugstore, which I love. I do find that every couple months I do have to just switch product because your hair gets used to it, and then sometimes it doesn't respond as well when you go to style it. You'll find that it's a little dull or a little flat. If that happens, just change your shampoo. Always condition too. There's never a reason not to condition your hair. So remember, always condition. When it comes to washing our hair, you should never wash your hair every day. The scalp produces natural oils that we need. It helps nourish our hair. It helps keeps it shiny and healthy looking. So if we wash it every day, we wash away those oils, which, like I just said, we need. So you want to go at the very most every other day. I try and get 3 or 4 days out of it. I'll wash my hair, I'll blow it out straight one day, the next day I might curl it, the next day I might put it up, and then it'll have to be washed again. Now, if you tend to get oily, on the market nowadays are a million dry shampoos. Every company makes them. This is a Tresemme. I just tried this one for the first time this week. I like it very much. There's others out there that I love just as much. So if between those washes you notice that you're at the root, it's getting oily, you want to use a dry shampoo. Dry shampoos are so easy to apply. You apply right at your part line, and then you're going to separate and lift and spray again, and do that all through your hair. And then just give a good spray everywhere, and then shake it through or comb it through with a wide tooth comb. Excuse me. That works great. That will keep your oilies away. So get as many days out of it as you can, especially if you color your hair, because every time you wash your hair, it fades the color too. So from there, we want to go to styling products. When it comes to styling products, I don't use much in my hair. If I'm going to do it curly, sometimes I put a little bit of mousse in it. Not usually, because again, it just dirties it up, and I don't want to have to wash it too often. So there are things like leave-in conditioners. Can't live without them. This is another great one. These are both CVS. Very reasonable. This is a Garnier product. This one costs a little bit more, but it's awesome. And silicone-based sealers. Silicone-based sealers are an oily product. You want to use a very little bit. So you would apply it to the palm of your hand, then you want to emulsify it and drag it through to your fingertips, and then rake it through your hair. When it comes to leave-in conditioners and silicone-based sealers, we don't want to put it up at the root because we don't want to make it look oily. We just want to give some control back, make it look shiny, make it look healthier. Also, before you're going to flat iron or curl your hair, you definitely want to add a leave-in conditioner or a silicone-based sealer as a protective coating between that heat and your hair. You might notice a little smoke coming off. If you do, don't worry about it. That's the product burning off. It's protecting your hair. Your hair's not burning. It's just product burning off, perfectly normal. So if you're doing your hair straight, you want to go with products like that. Then also remember that hairspray is your friend. If you're not used to using hairspray, you're afraid of it, find one you like, and use it lightly. The best way to use it is to take a vent brush and you spray your hairspray right onto your vent brush and then just brush it through your hair. That'll keep those little flyaways down. That's exactly what I've done today. And you can see I don't have any little hairs sticking up, no flyaways. If you want to do a light spray and then again your wide tooth comb and just comb it through, great thing to do. Oh, look, a hairspray right here. So if you do just a little bit of hairspray and just even use your fingers, and it just keeps those little flyaways in place. And it's not crunchy, it's not hard, it still gives you that nice soft look. Your hair will still have movement. It's not like back in the day when we really used to go at it with the hairspray. But again, don't be afraid of hairspray. It is your friend. If you have naturally curly hair or you like that messy, beachy look, one of my favorite products in the world. This is a spray that you can do on your hair when it's dry, and you would spray it into your hair and then just kind of like scrunch it through, and it gives you that messy, separated, chunky, fun look. I'll do a demonstration another day on how to use a product like this. And they're called beach sprays. They smell like suntan lotion too, which is fun. Remember, also, very important, I don't care how long your hair is, I don't care how long you want it to get, you must get your hair cut at least every few months. All you want to do is have the ends nipped if you want long hair and keep it long. Make sure you go to a stylist you trust just to trim those ends. If they start to look scraggly, you lose your whole look, and then it looks like you don't take care of it. So you really want to make sure that you're always getting timely trims. If you color your hair, go to a colorist you trust. If you're adventurous and you want to do drugstore color, that's great. I color my own hair. I've always done my own. That's because I always change it. It's different every time I do it. But I like it that way. I get bored easily with the color, so I like to change it, and it'll be like on a dime. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go in the bathroom and change my hair color. What else can we talk about here? Treatment packs. On the market today, again, right in the drugstore, right with your conditioners, you'll see hair masks. Again, Garnier makes great ones. There's a few different formulas. Use formulas with your conditioners, your shampoos, and your treatment packs that are specific to your needs. If you want volume, use ones that specifically say volumizing. If you want smoothing, use ones that say smoothing. If you have color treated hair, use ones for color treated hair. I suggest that once a week you do a hair mask, a treatment pack. So a good way to do that is get in the shower, wash your hair, rinse out your shampoo, put your treatment pack on, leave it on the whole time you're in the shower, and right before you're ready to get out, rinse it out. That'll give you a nice conditioning. It'll give you the nutrients you need in your hair, things like that. Okay, when it comes to dead ends, we'll get back to the haircut thing. When it comes to dead ends, you cannot repair dead ends, split ends. You cannot repair them. It's not possible. They need to be trimmed. You have to cut them off. So that's why I suggest that you get timely haircuts. No matter how long your hair is, no matter if you want it to grow down to your knees, still get those timely trims. They're very important. Let's see, what else? Brushes. If you blow out your hair to get it straight and smooth rather than using a flat iron, round brushes are your best bet. Now, the thing with a round brush is you want it to have a metal core, and you can use artificial bristles like these or boar bristles like these. I find that the artificial bristles are easier. They go through the hair more easily, and it's a little bit more of a tug when you use a boar bristle brush. So the whole thing with a round brush, and there's 8 different sizes. When hair is heated, it takes the shape of what it's on. So if we were to heat this up with a hair dryer, and I left it on the brush, and I let it cool on the brush, when I took it off of the brush, it would have a nice round shape to it. So that takes a little practice. Sometimes it's hard for people to blow out their own hair if they're not used to it. If you want to give it a go, give it a shot. If not, flat irons. Great products. Again, always remember that the products we use, silicone-based sealers, leave-in conditioners, hairsprays, our shampoo, our conditioners, are supposed to add nutrients and protect our hair from what we put it through on a daily basis. Stay away from hair masks that are protein packs. It's a little confusing. You see the word protein and you would think that it would add something to your hair. It actually can become brittle with too much protein. So especially if you do highlights like I do, if you bleach your hair, it makes it so brittle that you'll get breakage. Breakage, there you go. Big one people were asking about. Now, a lot of people tend to get breakage at the hairline. These little tiny hairs here. That is almost always going to happen. If you wear your hair in a ponytail 24/7, you will always get breakage at your hairline. Always. Give your hair a break from the ponytails. Or leave out a fringe. This is my idea of a bang. This is as close as I'm going to get to a bang. So, leave something out. Try not to pull it back all the way. Another way to avoid some of the breakage is get rid of those elastic bands. And I never thought I would say this. Go back to scrunchies. They're much easier on the hair. They don't pull as much. They don't do anywhere near as much damage as the elastic bands do. Also, wear your ponytail lower. That way it doesn't pull all this back and you'll get less breakage here. Do a bun, do a braid, switch it up some. You're always going to get that. You're always going to get this little bit of breakage here. It's just the way it's like baby hair still. So it breaks off so easily. Do those little things. Like I said, switch to scrunchies. Don't wear your ponytail as high. Try a bun, do some braids, switch it up a little bit. And make sure when you wash your hair that you super condition that. The more it's conditioned, the less chance you have of breakage, which will go back to the protein thing. Protein, when you see it on a hair mask, it's confusing. You think it's going to add to your hair. It doesn't. It's not a great treatment. It tends to make it more brittle. So stay away from things like that. I wish there were more we could say about breakage for it not to happen. But if you start to do those few things that I mentioned, it does help. I have noticed a difference in my hair with it because I was getting a lot of breakage because I tend to pull it back a lot. So I just took the time, did my hair more often, switched to scrunchies, made sure it was conditioned, just those little things. Also, when it comes to your products, spend money on a good flat iron. It's worth it. It's worth it. You'll have less times you'll have to pass the flat iron through your hair. You want it to be super, super hot, so you only have to pass over it once or twice. The less amount of heat, the less damage you'll do. Hopefully, those few little things that I mentioned will help you out. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to address anything you have to ask. And I will be doing a part 2 where excuse me, where we will be doing some styling tricks and tips. Thanks for watching.